it possible to mask and to restore a tooth, a posterior tooth that is discolored with an approach that is minimally invasive, that is conservative and not with a crown? Yes, it's possible, okay? We have many possible strategies, not so many, but some strategies. What I want to talk about today with you is the opportunity of Veneerlay. Veneerlay essentially is a hybrid word that is coming from veneer, so the buccal restoration that is a veneer combined to a overlay. So together becomes Veneerlay, okay? Then there is also, there are some authors, there is also this naming that is vonlay, so veneer and onlay together, okay? But it's important that we understand what we are talking about. You can tell me, okay, Veneerlay is a hybrid restoration that is existing for many, many years. Because we have 3/4 crown or 7/8 crown, and so what is the new opportunity or the new type of restoration? There is a big difference. I remember because I had as a diploma, as a high school dental technician school, and at that time already many years ago we have this classification about partial crowns. That period was pre-adhesion, okay? And so in the pre-adhesive era, we had to consider all our restoration, indirect restoration, that have a friction, that have a sort of retentive preparation, because we didn't have adhesion. So we need this type of friction, we need this type of positioning and sitting on the surface of the restored tooth, because we had this type of goal. To have a main friction, and then we stabilize with a non-adhesive cementation. But now it's different. So veneer is something that is in an adhesive era. And what is the difference? That considering that is an adhesive restoration with usually materials that are possibly to cement with a high bond strength, like glass ceramics, we need to preserve enamel, because enamel, as you know very well, is the first ally in the adhesive strategies. And we want to be conservative. So we don't have to cut all the undercuts like in a partial crown. We have to be gentle to follow the shape of the tooth and to create the type of preservation of adhesion. But considering that doing this we maintain some undercuts, we have to remember very well that we cannot create all this type of preparation, partial preparation. In example, we can have a Veneerlay, like a veneer, then a tabletop, so an occlusal overlay, but we cannot on the palatal side of an upper premolar, in example, to create a shoulder preparation. The maximum that is allowed, in my opinion, in my experience, to do a Veneerlay is to create a palatal butt joint in the occlusal surface or adjust a small bevel. Not more than this, because we don't have in a Veneerlay an access insertion that is from occlusal, but is from buccal or buccal occlusal. So we have this type of insertion axis, and we cannot create on the opposite part some area very deep and very deeply prepared, okay? This is an important concept, and the same is for the interproximal part. We can use in the interproximal preparation thinking maybe where there is an indication, because we have to think first where is the indication to do this type of restoration, second when there is the indication to do the type of interproximal preparation. If we are not if we are not focused on cover and mask that area, we cannot do a very deep preparation, but sometimes we have to prepare the interproximal area. Also here we have to take into consideration about the axis of insertion and don't have undercuts from that point of view. This is my goal today, to share this important concept. So we can talk in the future about many aspects about this type of restoration, starting from the indication, from an additional project, from what is the space that the technician needs to do a masking of the color, or maybe a new shape in addition. But the most important thing that you don't have to eliminate all the undercuts. We are not talking about half of a crown or 3/4 of a crown. Like a veneer is not half of a crown. In my courses, always I repeat, the veneer is not the back half of a crown. So remember this, be conservative, be gentle, understand this type of philosophy, and then you will have a great pleasure to use this type of restoration when it is indicated to do both veneering and occlusal plane restoration. So if you enjoyed this content, please share with your friends. Follow us on our social media channels, subscribe yourself, put notification to be notified our new contents, and see you next video. Do better than yesterday.